In this video, we will see about the observer design pattern. So if you want to learn about the other design patterns, then I created a playlist, link in the description. The observer pattern is one of the behavioral design pattern. The observer pattern is a software design pattern in which an object called the subject maintains a list of its dependents called observers and notifies them automatically of any state changes, usually by calling one of their methods. The observer pattern is used when there is a one-to-many relationship between objects, such as if one object is modified, its dependent objects are to be notified automatically. Let's implement. I will explain quickly about what are we going to develop. We will create the employee class and will create two observers like manager and HR. So when employee salary increment, then code will automatically notify the observers like salary increment from old salary to new salary. Then all the observers which is related to that employee will get the notification. First, let's create a new package and the package name, let's say the observer. Now let's create a class and class name, let's say test observer. Let's add the main method. Add some simple message like an observer design pattern. Let's run. See, it is printing the message. Let's create a new class and class name, let's say employee. And three basic fields like name, age and salary. Let's add the constructor with these fields. Now let's create an interface and the interface name, let's say the observer. Let's add one method and the method name, let's say update. And this method will not return anything, but it accepts one string parameter. I created one more interface and interface name I gave the subject. Like I said earlier, the observer pattern is a software design pattern in which an object called the subject. Let's declare three methods like add observer, remove observer and notify observer. Add, remove and notify observer will not return anything, but add and remove will accept observer as a parameter. Now let's create two observers like manager and HR. Let's create a class, the class name, let's say the manager. This class implements an observer interface. Now we have to implement the update method. Same way, let's add a new class, the class name, let's say HR. Here also, let's implement observer interface. Now let's implement the update method. As of now, we created two observers. Now let's implement the subject interface in the employee class. Let's override add, remove and notify observer methods. Now let's create a list of observers. This list should be private. Now let's add some simple code in all three methods. Like in the case of add, let's add observer in the observers list object. And in case of remove, let's remove the observer from the observers list object. And in case of notify observer, let's iterate the observers using the for each method. So here, first add the simple message like notify the observer. And then let's call the observer update method with a simple message like salary incremented. So now who is going to call this notify observer method? Let's create a method and method name, let's say increment salary. And this method will accept the one integer parameter. From inside of this method, we will call the notify observer method. But before that, let's add the parameter value in the salary. Now let's modify the update message. Okay, so now all the required implementation for observer pattern is done. I hope whatever I added, nothing hard to understand. Now let's add the required code in the main method. So here, first, let's create an employee object. And pass the name, age and salary. As I implemented the subject in the employee class, so we can call the add remove observer method also using the employee object. Add observer method accept the parameter like observer object, but the observer is an interface, but we created a manager and HR class which is implementing the observer interface. Now let's create the object of the manager and HR. Here, pass the manager in add observer method. Same way, let's add one more observer for this employee object. Now let's call the increment salary method and let's pass some number. As I added notify observer method call inside the increment salary method. So when this increment salary method will execute, then after that it will execute the notify observer method also, where we are iterating the list of observers. I hope things are clear to you. Now let's run this main method. See, it is working. Like I said earlier, notifies observers automatically of any state change, and that happens by calling one of their methods. Like here, we are calling the increment salary method. Just relax and try to understand. It is very simple. Now let's create one more object of employee. And here, as you can see, we are adding only one observer. So when the employee E2 increment salary method call happens, then only it will notify the manager. And see, it is working as expected. I hope now things are more clear to you. Implementation for observer design pattern is done. Now let's add some simple changes. Like here we cannot see what was the old salary. So let's add one more parameter in the employee class. Parameter name, let's say old salary. No changes in the constructor. So inside the increment salary method, before modifying the value for salary, let's assign it to the old salary. So now we have the old salary. Let's change the update message. Even add name also as part of the message, so it will be more clear to understand. Let's try now. See, it is working as expected, and we can clearly see the old and new salary. Here you can see the notify observer message also not clearing the observer name. So let's move this notify observer message from notify observer method to update method of the observer. Let's try now. See, now everything is clear to understand. Let's quickly review whatever we added till now. Just I want to add some more corrections. So here notify observer method should be plural to singular. Now this is perfect. And even in the case of increment salary method, we are passing some number, not salary. So let's say now we will pass the percentage. See, this is not the perfect logic, just I'm adding a very simple calculation. So now here also let's change the value from 10,000 to 10 and from 16,000 to 16. Let's try now. See, now also it is working fine. So as I demoed you add and notify method, now let's call the remove observer method also. But before that, first let's add both the observers for the employee E2 object. Now after this increment salary call, let's remove the manager observer from the E2 object. Now again, let's call the increment salary method. Let's run now. See, for employee Martin, first it is notifying two observers, but on the second increment, it notifies only one observer. This design pattern is very much popular. So other than this kind of implementation, even languages provide their own implementation for the observer design pattern that we will cover in the coming video. Even I committed this code. I will show you from where you can find this code. Let's open our GitHub page. See, here are the changes. I hope you learned something from this video. If yes, then please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and that's it for this video.